Millington is a small village in the East Riding of Yorkshire, situated approximately 2 miles north-east of Pocklington. The village has a population of 245. Of these, over 50% of the residents are aged 45 to 65 plus. The village hall is a converted Methodist chapel which has recently been renovated and refurbished. It was the size of this plot that determined the choice of solar photovoltaic cells as their renewable energy solution. The project was funded through Village Hall funds, WREN and the Big Lottery Community Sustainable Energy Programme. Like most village halls in rural areas, it is run and managed by volunteers who live in the local area, and the generation of electricity which they sell to the national grid under the feed-in energy tariff system helps pay for the upkeep of the building.
My name's Camilla Ingalls and I'm chairman of Millington Village Hall Committee. We have chosen solar voltaic panels on the roof, and really that's the only feasible renewable energy source that we can fit at Millington. We have no land around us, at least the maximum is about a foot on either side of the on three sides of the hall, and a little bit more in the front. So there's no room for heat pumps, there's no even room for an air pump on the outside of the building. There's not a lot of room inside the building either, so we can't do that. We certainly couldn't put up a wind turbine here, so solar panels on the roof are really our only option. It's a good idea, we thought, to have renewable energy, to increase the supply of renewable energy. And secondly, it is a good income source. The panels pump what they have produced into the grid, and we are paid per unit for that supply to the grid. And then when we want to use electricity, if it's not during the day when the sun's shining, then we take it from the grid and pay like anybody else. We've made £1,018 since they were installed, which is that's 13 months worth if we're exact. So yes, we're making money now. The Village Hall Committee actually put in just over £500 to the total cost of the project. The other funders were the Lottery, that's the Community Sustainable Energy Programme, and WREN.
Was the paperwork and getting the funding very onerous?
The Community Sustainable Energy Programme does require a fair degree of knowledge of electrics, really, which I don't have, but we do have somebody on the committee who is very, very helpful with that respect and was a guiding light. The installers were absolutely gallant. They were trying to operate during the really bad winter in December 2010, and they had 3 attempts to get here, which were foiled because of the snow. And they eventually arrived on the 7th of December, which was an appallingly bad day, and they were up on the roof with ladders and all the rest of it, all through the snow. So they were brilliant. We did consult the village, and we only had positive responses. Nobody said, no, this is a dreadful idea. Nobody said that. We put out a little piece of paper during a meeting in the hall, which was well attended by a lot of people in the village. We also asked people with a little questionnaire which was put round the village, and anybody who chose to respond, well, obviously their views were taken into account. I have a feeling 1 or 2 people felt that it perhaps wasn't right on a Victorian building, and they have a point. Maybe it doesn't perhaps to everybody's view look entirely authentic, but the majority of people certainly were in favour. They're supposed to last 25 years, so that's what we're anticipating.
Is there any maintenance required?
No.
They don't have to be cleaned, or?
They're cleaned by rainwater, so when it rains, it washes whatever dust might have accumulated on them.
Is the money being generated being used for any other purpose apart from just to pay the electricity bills that you get?
And other maintenance on the hall.
Such as?
We're a Victorian building, so we do need a fair bit of building maintenance. That's the kilowatts generated since installation. 2,377. There we have 1,345 kilograms of carbon dioxide saved. And that's the current wattage being generated. It's not very high because it's not very sunny today. I think we're very happy with it. It seems to be working well. It's generating income. We hope it's reducing our electricity bills, but it is actually too early to show that because we haven't had a normal year. Last year was such a bad winter that it really wasn't fair to judge the whole programme.
Do you feel that perhaps the hall is getting a little more use then, or again is it a bit too early to say?
It is a bit early to say, but it is getting more use. Perhaps because it's just a little bit warmer.